Hi, welcome to ByronNow.com. I'm going to lead you through the process of creating an event in one of our categories so that you can publicize the gatherings and music, uplifting music and workshops and whatever good things you're doing in Byron Bay. We're on the main events directory page here, which people can get to from the All Events section here. The other sections as we come down are subcategories that just show the particular events in those categories. And at the bottom here we've got a Create New Event field, link, which takes us to the same page as this does. Just before we do that, we're going to pop in to an event here so that I can show you how the functionality is laid out. So here we have the title of the event, which is also part of the URL of the event up here. Pretty important that you keep that short and to the point, something that will help people to understand what your event's about. Then we have the time and the address of your event. Then we have this content area where you can post a flyer or any other information you need. It's also a text area. You can actually have video in here as well. Make sure that you include any contact details if you want people to be able to ring you. And then at the bottom here we have a Google map, which is not showing at the moment, but I'll show you a functional one in a moment, and people will be able to zoom in and see the street address of your venue, etc. We don't have some functionality that you may be expecting from having used Facebook events. We don't have the ability to invite friends or to see a list of people who are attending the event. We're going for a different sort of functionality. This is for you to advertise on the web in the context of other people's events in Byron Bay, so that visitors to Byron can come here and check out what's happening, and locals can also find out easily in one place all the good things happening in Byron Bay to share our visionary culture. So I'm back here at the main events directory. I'm going to click Create New Event from one of these two places, and that takes us to the Create New Event page, where we enter a title for our event, and as I said, this will become the URL for the event as well as the clickable link within the site to take us to that event, so it's quite important that you keep it to the point and short. Select a time here and then click Done. We'll just click, there we go. We're just going to create this event properly, so I'll select things here. Now, where will the event be held? It's very important that the first thing you put in here, if you want to use the map, should be the street address, the actual number and name of the street, and then Byron Bay, or if it's in Mullumbimby or Nimbin or wherever you put that. We're open to posting events anywhere within easy driving distance of Byron Bay for our visitors. I suggest you put New South Wales after that, because Google is trying to figure out where your event is from the whole global directory it has. And then I put a hyphen, and could even put the actual name of the venue in brackets if you want to help Google to understand that that's not part of the street address. Now I believe that once we've done that, if you scroll down to the map, we can now zoom in over here, right down to street level, and just check that it has understood our address correctly. And I think that's one of the coolest features of this for our visitors to the Shire who might otherwise have trouble finding your event. So coming back up here, select a category for your event. If you don't fit into one of the categories very well, select Other Uplifting Stuff. And as it explains over here at the right at the moment in our notes for creating events, if you're at all unsure whether your event's going to be acceptable on the site here, please contact us and ask, because we don't want to waste your time and ours and possibly offend you by saying, sorry, that event doesn't really seem to be part of Byron's visionary culture and promote sustainable, uplifting events. So yeah, please contact us if you're unsure. This is the main content area. Now obviously you can add text here. There's some more controls over here that allow you to change the color of the text. Just highlight it and change the color. Maybe make it into a heading if you want it to be a heading. You can also make things bold, so you can make your text look quite attractive. But let's have a look at uploading images here. This is the Add an Image button, which takes you into this interface here. You can select a file from your computer. It has to be under 200 kilobytes, which is quite a reasonable size for any graphic on the web anyway. If you do a good job of compressing your images, under 100 kilobytes should be enough for quite a large image. Now this is where you can get lost in this interface because there are many clickable options here and really you don't need to do much of them at all. The edit image feature here could be useful once we get it operational. You'll be able to crop images from here, but the most important things here are right down here. We have insert into post and use as featured image. I'll explain both of them in a moment. If it's a small image, you can choose one of the sizes here. You can see we can't choose large because apparently our image full size is large. So if we want it full size, we'll click this one. Anyway, select a size here if you're going to insert it into the post, which we'll do now, and then we'll come back in because the other important option here is to use it as a featured image, which is the thumbnail that appears next to your image post in the directory. It's really important that you do set a featured image. It's not so important that you put it into your post, that's up to you. But for the moment we're going to put it into the post first, and then we're going to come back and also set it as a featured image. So we click on this link again. We don't have to upload it again. If we want to upload a different image, we can. But for the moment, you've got a gallery now with one image in it. So I'll select that. And you can see there's our little thumbnail of the picture we just uploaded. We click on Show that image. And now we scroll back down and we'll go Use as Featured Image. And it says Saving, Done. That's done. Now it doesn't actually show you that that's used, but we can close this interface now with the X up in the right hand corner, and that's set the thumbnail, which we'll see when we save our event. Two last things to do. We have to type in an excerpt here. This is my short explanation of the event. This is what will show up next to your thumbnail in the event post. Please keep it to just a couple of sentences to intrigue people to come and look at your whole event post. If you want to display the Google map, you have to tick the display map function down here, and then you have to find the publish button, which is back up here. Now at the moment we've got this thumbnail feature. I'll just mention that takes you back into the same interface that this button down here does. I'll probably remove that when I get around to it. You don't need to do both of them so long as you have set the featured image from within here. So we're ready. We publish our event, and all having gone well, that should take us back to the main events directory, and this is our event. There's a link here that takes us in there. If they click on the image, it will also take us in there, and we've got our time and location. Where it says my short explanation, that's the excerpt that I showed you. Now if we go back into the event by clicking on either the image or the test event heading there, we can see what the event will appear like to other people. And there's the map again, which we can zoom into. What I want to show you here, that if you're the event creator, you have an edit button here, and you can go back in and change any of the details you need to change, and then click the update button, and that will update live on the site. So I hope that's helped you to understand how to create events. You may need to watch it twice, I'd say, if you want to get the thumbnails and the map and everything going properly. If you have any real problems, feel free to send me an email through the contact page, which is up here, contact, and I'll do my best to help you until we get too busy for that, and I'll try to improve the instructional videos and make everything as clear as possible. So have fun contributing events and promoting your work as part of Byron's visionary culture. I look forward to seeing what you create.